Ethan Cole thought his honeymoon in the Maldives would bury every secret he had spent years hiding. Sophia Bennett believed the trip would be her final chance to escape a dangerous marriage built on lies. Nathan Red arrived on the island carrying secrets that could destroy his best friend forever. But before the honeymoon ended, Sophia would be found beaten to death beside the rocks behind a luxury resort. Nathan would vanish without a trace, and investigators would uncover a web of betrayal, stolen millions, and a deadly conspiracy hidden beneath paradise. The Maldives looked like the perfect place for a fresh start. Endless blue waters surrounded the private resort where Ethan Cole and Sophia Bennett arrived only days after their wedding. Their villa stood alone above the ocean with glass floors, expensive furniture, and a private deck facing the sunset. Every detail looked like something from a dream vacation advertised online. To the outside world, they were the ideal couple. Wedding. Clipios flooded social media feeds across the internet. Sophia's followers admired the luxury honeymoon while Ethan's business partners congratulated him publicly. Their smiling faces appeared everywhere, hiding the pressure building beneath the surface. Resort workers noticed strange behavior almost immediately after the couple checked in. Sophia often walked alone near the shoreline for hours, staring at the ocean as if she was waiting for someone. Ethan stayed inside the villa most evenings, drinking heavily and spending long periods scrolling through his phone. Staff members quietly whispered about the tension between them. After hearing loud crashing noises from inside the villa late at night, the arguments became impossible to ignore. One employee later told investigators the couple barely looked at each other during dinner service. Sophia appeared nervous and distracted. Ethan looked angry, but strangely calm at the same time, like he was hiding something dangerous beneath the surface. At first, nobody imagined it would end in violence. Everything changed when Sophia suddenly disappeared after midnight. Resort security began searching after Ethan contacted staff the following morning claiming his wife never returned from a late-night walk. Workers searched the beach paths, nearby villas, and wooden walkways stretching over the water. Then a security guard made a horrifying discovery near the rocks behind the resort. Sophia's body lay partially hidden beside the shoreline. Her face and arms showed signs of a brutal beating. Broken jewelry was scattered nearby, and deep scratches covered the rocks as if she had desperately tried to escape before dying. The peaceful honeymoon paradise instantly transformed into a crime scene. Police quickly isolated the resort while investigators questioned every guest and employee. Suspicion immediately focused on Ethan after surveillance cameras captured him leaving the villa close to the estimated time of Sophia's death. Detectives searching the honeymoon suite found broken glass, blood traces near the bathroom sink, and overturned furniture suggesting a violent struggle had taken place before Sophia vanished. Ethan insisted they argued before she stormed out alone, but investigators noticed holes in his story almost immediately. His cold attitude during questioning only deepened suspicion. While searching Sophia's belongings, police uncovered something far more shocking than signs of a troubled marriage. Hidden inside her laptop was a secret email account filled with private messages, exchanged with Nathan Reed, Ethan's lifelong best friend and the best man at their wedding. The honeymoon murder instantly became more complicated than anyone expected. Investigators believed they had already solved the case. The evidence inside the honeymoon villa pointed directly toward Ethan Cole. Broken furniture, blood traces, and security footage made him look guilty from the beginning. News channels across the world described the murder as a violent crime of jealousy committed during a honeymoon argument. Everything changed after detectives unlocked Sophia Bennett's hidden email account. The account contained hundreds of private messages exchanged over several months with Nathan Reed, Ethan's closest friend and the best man at the wedding. At first, investigators assumed the messages revealed a secret affair. Some emails contained emotional language, hidden travel plans, and references to meetings that Ethan never knew about. The discovery shocked everyone connected to the case. Nathan and Ethan had been inseparable since childhood. They built businesses together, traveled together, and publicly treated each other like brothers. Wedding photographs showed Nathan standing proudly beside the couple only days before Sophia's death. Now detectives were forced to question whether betrayal had been hiding behind years of friendship. As investigators continued reading the emails, the situation became even more disturbing. Several messages suggested Sophia regretted marrying Ethan shortly before the wedding took place. Other emails hinted she feared him after discovering secret activities linked to his business empire. Detectives found references to hidden bank accounts, encrypted files, and dangerous information Sophia claimed could destroy everything. The case suddenly became larger than a relationship scandal. Police discovered Sophia had secretly booked a one-way flight leaving the Maldives the day after she died. She also searched online for emergency legal services and private security companies during the honeymoon. Resort employees confirmed she asked questions about changing villas without informing Ethan. Investigators began wondering if Sophia had been planning an escape. At the same time, Ethan's behavior during questioning grew increasingly suspicious. Digital experts proved he accessed Sophia's private messages only hours before her murder. Detectives believed he may have discovered her secret communication with Nathan shortly before the violent confrontation near the shoreline. Then, forensic evidence complicated the investigation further. Medical examiners determined the attacker who beat Sophia was likely left-handed based on the direction of the injuries. Ethan was right-handed. Nathan Reed, however, was naturally left-handed. The focus of the investigation immediately shifted. Authorities tracked Nathan through financial records and uncovered a shocking secret. He had secretly arrived in the Maldives 2 days before Sophia's murder using a fake passport and false hotel registration. Security cameras captured someone matching his description boarding a private ferry near the resort shortly before midnight. Police launched an international search for Nathan after he suddenly disappeared. While investigators searched nearby islands, divers recovered Sophia's missing phone from shallow water close to the rocks where her body was discovered. The final video stored on the phone lasted only a few seconds. In the shaky recording, Sophia appeared terrified while 2 men argued violently in the darkness behind her. She was not running from one person. She was running from both of them. The recovered phone video changed the entire investigation. Detectives watched the blurry footage repeatedly, hoping to identify the 2 figures fighting near the shoreline behind Sophia Bennett. The recording captured crashing waves, heavy breathing, and a moment of panic before the screen suddenly went black. Although the faces could not be clearly seen, investigators confirmed one of the men was likely Nathan Reed based on his body shape and clothing. The second figure remained uncertain. Police soon discovered the case was connected to something far darker than a broken marriage or secret affair. Financial investigators searching Ethan Cole's business records uncovered millions of dollars hidden inside offshore accounts linked to Shell Company, across several countries. Authorities suspected the money came from illegal cryptocurrency schemes and fraudulent investments targeting wealthy clients. Nathan's name appeared throughout the financial documents. The 2 lifelong friends had secretly operated the network together for years while presenting themselves publicly as successful businessmen. Luxury homes, expensive cars, and international vacations were allegedly funded through stolen investor money hidden behind fake companies. Investigators now believed Sophia accidentally uncovered the truth shortly before the wedding. Digital experts recovered deleted files from her laptop showing she copied encrypted financial records days before leaving for the Maldives. Several documents contained evidence that could expose Ethan and Nathan to international fraud charges. Police suspected Sophia planned to turn the information over to journalists or federal investigators after escaping the marriage. As pressure increased, Ethan's business empire began collapsing publicly. Authorities raided his company offices after anonymous files connected to the fraud suddenly appeared online. Investors lost millions almost overnight. Reporters camped outside court buildings while news channels covered the scandal nonstop. Detectives suspected Nathan leaked the files after Sophia's death. But before police could arrest him, another horrifying discovery shocked investigators. A fisherman working near a remote island reported seeing something floating between the rocks several miles away from the resort. Local authorities recovered a badly injured body partially hidden underwater using chains attached to the legs. The victim was Nathan Reed. His death raised terrifying new questions. Medical examiners concluded Nathan died after being severely beaten and tortured. Bruises covered his body, and investigators found signs he had been tied up before death. More importantly, forensic experts determined Nathan died nearly a few years ago. Sophia. That meant someone else had been with him after the honeymoon murder. Police no longer believed Ethan acted alone. Detectives suspected a third person became involved during the confrontation near the shoreline. Surveillance footage from a harbor camera later showed Nathan boarding a small private boat shortly after Sophia's death beside an unidentified figure wearing dark clothing and a hood. The image quality was poor, but investigators noticed something important. The unknown person appeared to be a woman. As authorities searched deeper into Ethan's financial network, another familiar name suddenly surfaced in company records connected to missing offshore money: Olivia Kane, Ethan's former business partner who vanished months earlier after accusations of large-scale fraud. Investigators realized the honeymoon murder may have been planned long before Ethan and Sophia ever arrived in the Maldives. Fear spread across the Maldives as the investigation grew more complicated. What first appeared to be a violent honeymoon murder had now become an international case involving fraud, hidden money, and multiple deaths. Detectives struggled to separate truth from lies as new evidence continued changing the direction of the investigation. Public attention remained focused on Ethan Cole. News reporters described him as a wealthy businessman hiding a dangerous double life behind luxury and success. Protesters gathered outside court buildings demanding justice for Sophia Bennett, while investigators searched for proof connecting Ethan directly to both murders. But authorities still lacked enough evidence to charge him with killing Sophia or Nathan. The breakthrough came from an unexpected witness. A local boat mechanic named Ibrahim contacted police after recognizing Nathan Reed from television reports. Ibrahim explained that he secretly transported Nathan between islands shortly after Sophia's death. During the journey, Nathan appeared terrified and repeatedly looked behind him as if he feared someone was following him across the water. Ibrahim also remembered another passenger sitting silently at the back of the boat beneath a hooded jacket. The passenger was a woman. Detectives quickly traced harbor surveillance footage and confirmed the woman's identity as Olivia Kane, Ethan's former business partner who disappeared months earlier after accusations of stealing millions from investors. Authorities originally believed Olivia fled the country long before the honeymoon murders. Instead, she had been hiding in the Maldives the entire time. The discovery shocked investigators. Olivia's fingerprints were later found on documents recovered from Nathan's abandoned guesthouse room. Police also uncovered encrypted messages between Olivia and Nathan discussing offshore bank accounts and hidden cryptocurrency wallets connected to Ethan's business network. The situation became even darker after investigators reviewed resort security footage from days before Sophia's murder. One camera captured Sophia meeting secretly with Olivia near a private dock late at night. Detectives believed Sophia had been trying to expose Ethan's crimes and may have turned to Olivia for protection or help escaping the marriage, but Olivia appeared to have her own agenda. Forensic experts then uncovered another critical piece of evidence from Nathan's autopsy. Skin DNA found beneath his fingernails matched Olivia Kane, proving the two had struggled violently before his death. Detectives concluded Nathan was likely attacked while attempting to protect himself from his killer. The case completely changed direction again. Police launched a massive search operation across nearby islands after tracking Olivia to an abandoned property hidden deep within a remote fishing village. Inside the building, investigators discovered burned passports, stacks of cash, encrypted hard drives, and surveillance photographs of Ethan and Sophia taken months before. Olivia had been secretly watching them long before the honeymoon began. Investigators also found a notebook containing detailed notes about Sophia's movements, Ethan's business meetings, and Nathan's financial accounts. Several pages described a plan involving stolen offshore money and evidence capable of destroying Ethan's empire forever. Then detectives reached the final page. Written in shaky handwriting across the bottom were words that stunned everyone involved in the investigation. Neither of them were supposed to die. By the time police surrounded the island property, Olivia Kane had vanished once again without leaving a trace behind. The final months of the investigation uncovered a truth far more disturbing than anyone originally imagined. What began as a luxury honeymoon murder slowly revealed a hidden world built on greed, betrayal, manipulation, and fear. Investigators from several countries worked together to piece together the final moments leading to Sophia Bennett's death. According to recovered emails, financial records, and deleted phone data, Sophia discovered Ethan Cole's criminal activities shortly before the wedding. At first, she believed the suspicious transactions connected to tax fraud or hidden investments. But after secretly accessing encrypted files on Ethan's laptop, she realized millions of dollars had been stolen through fake cryptocurrency companies targeting wealthy investors around the world. Terrified by what she uncovered, Sophia secretly contacted Nathan Reed for help. Nathan initially tried protecting Ethan and hiding the truth, but over time his relationship with Sophia became emotional and deeply personal. Investigators believed Nathan eventually turned against Ethan after realizing the fraud network was collapsing. Together, Sophia and Nathan began collecting evidence they planned to expose publicly after escaping the Maldives. But Olivia Kane had her own revenge plan already unfolding behind the scenes. After losing her fortune and reputation because of Ethan's business schemes, Olivia spent months secretly tracking Ethan, Nathan, and Sophia. Authorities later concluded she manipulated both Sophia and Nathan by promising protection, stolen offshore money, and a way out of Ethan's control. Everything exploded into violence near the shoreline behind the resort. Investigators reconstructed the final confrontation using forensic evidence, security footage, and phone records. Ethan discovered Sophia's secret communication with Nathan shortly before midnight. Enraged and desperate, he followed Sophia toward the rocks where Nathan and Olivia were waiting. A violent struggle broke out between all four individuals in darkness beside the crashing waves. During the fight, Sophia suffered fatal injuries after being struck and thrown against the sharp rocks lining the shoreline. Investigators could never determine exactly whose actions caused her death. Panic immediately consumed everyone involved. Kane reportedly tried helping Sophia after realizing how badly she was injured. Olivia, however, understood the situation differently. Detectives believed she feared Nathan would confess everything to police. After escaping the resort with him by boat, Olivia later tortured and murdered Nathan before stealing millions linked to Ethan's hidden offshore accounts. The biggest surprise came during Ethan's final court hearings. Despite public belief that he murdered his wife, prosecutors admitted forensic evidence could not prove Ethan delivered the fatal injuries. Instead, he was convicted on multiple charges connected to fraud, money laundering, corruption, and obstruction of justice. Victims from several countries testified against him as his once powerful business empire completely collapsed. Olivia Kane disappeared before authorities could arrest her. International agencies later issued warrants across multiple countries, but she was never found. Some investigators believed she escaped Europe using fake identities and stolen passports. Others suspected she died while fleeing across international waters after taking the missing money. Sophia Bennett's family later created a foundation supporting victims trapped in manipulative and abusive relationships hidden behind wealth and public success. Meanwhile, the private villa, where the honeymoon tragedy began, remained empty for years after the murders. Resort workers eventually refused to enter the property alone at night. Several claimed they still heard distant screams and crashing sounds near the rocks where Sophia died, turning the beautiful honeymoon destination into one of the Maldives' most haunting unsolved crime stories.